Do we put them to 2, or do we value having an additional body on the field here? What does get us? A languish doesn't really like remove this. Okay, they just surrender because like I was thinking, huh? Hello YouTube, welcome to Fine Day. Today we are going to have a look at Kodama of the West Tree in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by playing a modified creature on turn 1, a modified creature on turn 2, playing Kodama of the West Tree on turn 3, swinging in and just ramping a bunch. So, what exactly is a modified creature? Because Kodama of the West Tree says, modified creatures you control have trample, and more importantly, whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. So, modify is equipments, auras, or a counter. Those things, nothing else. So, we don't have any auras in this specific deck. And we do have one equipment with the Shadow Spear, right? So that's pretty simple. And counter, yeah, the +1/+1 counter, obviously, right? So like we have a +1/+1 counter theme here, like things that put counters on themselves, like Pelt Collector, Servant of the Scale, Dauntless Survivor, and then that is pretty simple as well. But there are also cards that are like that have counters that are not specifically +1/+1 counters. For example, Kappa Tech-Wrecker comes with a Death Touch counter into play. Reckoner Bankbuster comes in with charge counters. So those also work with Kodama, and that is pretty great. Again, the main focus of this deck is +1/+1 counters. So like Hardened Scales gives additional +1/+1 counters, Branching Evolution as well. Evolution Stage, we can just drop a land and then we proliferate and then we, you know, swing with our creatures, hit them with them, and just make more lands and proliferate again and again, and that just spirals out of control, and it is pretty great. There are also some planeswalkers, for example, Vivian, Monsters Advocate. She actually makes modified creatures because the beast come in with Vigilance, Reach, or Trample counter. So yeah, that is the basic gist of the deck. We obviously have the green card advantage engines ranging from Saber Sanctuary in certain matchup that card just can draw you like 30 cards alone. I'm looking at you, Yawgmoth, right? We have Toski, Bearer of Secrets. We have access to Armorcraft Judge and Inspiring Call that basically draws cards equal to the amount of creatures we have with the +1/+1 counter, and that is just, you know, how we do it here. The one thing to note here is I have some really nice 6-drops here, and the idea behind those is that you can play them on turn 4, because 1-drop, 2-drop, turn 3 Kodama, ramp for 2, turn 4 make a land drop, and then you have something on 6. So let's see if we can cheat out a Vorin Collects or an Aberbook Caretaker on turn 4. That would be pretty great. Yeah, I think that is the basic rundown of the deck, and I hope you enjoy the upcoming games as much as I will. And if you do, consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel. It is free after all. Yeah, let's go. We already play against Toski, Bearer of Secrets, and in a way these decks are very similar, that they want to deploy cheap creatures in the early turns, swing in, and then get some form of payoff from it. We should be able to go taller than Toski though. Speaking of Toski, right? But even though this has a Hardened Scales, I feel like I really can't keep this because I need a modified creature. Do I? Hardened Scales is so good, but like, I have so many 2-drops. Let's just draw one easy, right? That's how we do it here. It is just so tempting to keep Hardened Scales on turn 1. Oh, Finn the Fangbearer. Okay, that needs to get removed, I assume. Oh, haha, there we go. Let's go. That is perfect. Now we have 3/4 for 2 mana. Oh my god, that is brutal. They can play Toski here on curve. What does that do? Not much. Okay. Could play Kodama here. I would love to have like a 2-drop here, because then I would just like Blizzard Brawl the Finn away and then play the Kodama, but I feel like just playing this on curve is a bit better. I can always block the Finn with my commander and just replay it later again. Let's see. If they buff up Toski, I might be in trouble, right? Do they swing it with those two? Okay. What do I value more here? The creature? Like, do I value having my Kodama on the field that much? Probably not. So I can like swing in, get a land drop off of that, but more likely than not, I'm just like holding back, right? What does my future turn look like? It's kind of awkward. Yeah, let's just do it like this. And just because I don't really like, I would go for the tempo play here and let them draw a card, but I don't have anything that I kind of want to. Oh, the Chatterstorm, that is some nice tech. I don't have anything that I currently even ramp into, right? That is just awkward. Like, just play here, because I'm just going to play the Toski. Now I'm glad that the Finn is gone. I didn't have time to Blizzard Brawl here either. Let's see. Everbrook Caretaker. That is a big problem. A huge problem, a massive problem. Need to get rid of their creatures though. Yeah. Oh my god. How do I get like, oh my god. I want a Everbrook Caretaker myself. Would love to have that, but oh well. Let's just draw some cards, I guess. Okay, Toski has to attack. Inconvenient, but oh well. Okay, so currently I'm really not in a great spot. They do not have trample yet, so that is great for us. This. Okay. Wait. I think I will just do that, right? If they have a buff, I'm super in trouble, but okay. Ooh. Okay. Everbrook Caretaker down. They draw so many cards here. Like, my upside here is that I have a Guardian project up and running, so that is pretty great. Oh my god, it's never ending. Have to deal with that now, huh? 6/6? 7/7. Can't be serious. Kind of unfortunate there. Can make this to 4/4/5/5, but overall I am in a lot of trouble here actually. That doesn't do it really. So this Toski actually has to attack, right? Well, isn't that unfortunate? Yarvo blocks, and I'm 2 damage away of killing this Yarvo. Do I got something else here? Maybe Pack Leader, because it has the highest power, or the Renegade because it has Death Touch. Probably just get rid of the highest power here, right? Yeah, we're not in a great spot whatsoever. Elder Gargaroth. So Toski, yeah, everything swings in. I think that is correct. It's just don't really have an option of how to block here. Oh my god. So I go down to 3. They have a 7/7 Trampler. And they draw a million cards here. Yeah, their start was... I mean, by default, Toski's starts are a bit more explosive than Kodama's, I think. But yeah, I can pack it up here. GG. We are ready to play against Zenithar. Hardened Scales, yeah, this is a pretty aggressive start. This is a bit annoying because I have a triple green card and one of my few colorless lands, but oh well. So Teachings. Hope they don't spell pierce that. Yeah, perfect. Now I just want to draw one land and then good to go. Okay, Illumination. So now they kind of have to deal with... yeah. Have to deal with some things here. Thought Erasure, I'm fine with that. I'm probably taking the Beast Whisperer, but I'm not even sure. Smellfear is a kind of a dead card in this matchup. I would take Yorvo or Beast Whisperer, but like, knowing my hand, my Yorvo is not going to be castable pretty soon. I take the Warren Collects, also respectable, because that's the only creature in my hand that has haste. And nope. Unlucky, I guess. Okay. We just proliferate. So next turn we can activate the Teachings of the Kirin. Yep. Swing in with our mighty 5/5. And when this attacks, it's going to be a 3/3, then a... oh... Shaper Sanctuary is something that I really want to resolve here. Okay. Let's start exiling your graveyard. Counter on this. And I think I'm just going to end the turn here. I really want to have the Shaper Sanctuary on the field, but like I just, yeah, would have just gotten countered, right? So no point. And I'm just holding back the Hydra. This is already a very threatening board for them. They're at 12 life. Just like the curve was really strong there with Hardened Scales into the Saga, into Proliferation. Okay. Counter this. Well, just, yeah, perfect. So this is the card I would really want to resolve here. And we can... do we put them to 2, or do we value having an additional body on the field here? What does get us? A Languish doesn't really, like, remove this. Okay, they just surrender. Because, like, I was thinking, a Languish doesn't solve this board. Like, blue-black doesn't have the greatest wipes, so... yeah, what actually removes this, and they're, like, only, like, 3/2 wipes, and they apparently didn't have them, so GG. We are ready to play against Satoru Bazawa. The opponent goes first is the thing that I was really fearing here. Was really hoping to not see that line of text basically on my screen. The thing here is our commander is just an... our commander is inherently good against ninjas in a way that they usually, like, half of, like, 2/3 of the 1-drops are like flyers, and they're not really, ninjas are not really equipped to deal with a, like, reach creature repeatedly. That being said, this is not suspicious at all. That being said, I really... Yeah. Anyways, I thought they would do some other things than just like Arcane Signet and pass turn. Like usually you would want to, like in ninjas you really need this cheap creature, right? So usually you roll for it. But maybe, I think that is also a respectable strategy. Maybe they just drew all their fatties that they're cheating out with Satoru. Now this is a really tricky one. I could just kill this Vascade region and 2-for-1 myself effectively. But I could also just try to kill them. Quickly am I dying? I'm dying pretty quickly to this Vascade region. Like if this spirals out of control, I have like nothing. That's such a pain. So this is distribute. Get to distribute 3+1/+1 counters. I think I just have to bite the bullet basically. And I think I like this Kogla. Guess I don't need one of these draw engines. Discarding Guardian Project just seems so criminal. You know what? I'm greedy. I am so infinitely greedy. I just feel like it's just criminal to discard Project, but this has more board impact, so I think it's actually better than the Project. Maybe it was the Kogla, but I really feel like Kogla is going to come in handy in this matchup, right? Sure. Counter an opponent, do it. Do you have a counter spell even? No, you don't. No attacks. I don't want them to swing it with the commander and ninjutsu it for a big thing. And the plan is to just drop Kogla next turn, kill the commander, swing in, kill the Arcane Signet, have all kinds of fun. Everbrook Caretakers seems also pretty annoying for them. Okay. Oh, counterspell, oh, counterspell. I think I'm just going to eat it. Oh well. It's fine. Still no attacks. Because I feel like I'm just very, very scared of whatever comes out there. Oh, now the mist. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we shift gears. We need to kill quickly. Their damage is ramping up extremely quickly because I can't block these 3/1s and they just multiply whenever they connect. Oh, thank God. Boom, Everbrook Caretaker. And then I can fight the Tetsuo Mizawa. Yep, and now I'm doing this with the Everbrook Caretaker because in response they can't kill this to stop the fight effect from happening. Okay. Do I want to start swinging? I assume I have to start swinging at some point, right? And I think an 8/8 is a good starting point. So, if they attack, I'm just going to block the original Mist Syndicate Naga. Like at this point I couldn't stop the ninjutsu anyways, but they also have just enough mana to basically play anything from hand. Right? Oh my god. So, usually like Agadeem's Awakening is just a card where you say, oh, it's just an Agadeem's Awakening, right? Nothing special. I mean, it replaces a land slot, and then sometimes you get value out of it. But that was a massive one. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do now. I think I'm supposed to play the Kodama. Give the Kodama plus. Am I dead here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 3, 3, 3, 3. No matter what happens, I feel like I'm dead, right? Let me think about it. So this is 3. 3 times 5 is 15 damage. I block here. Yeah, I can. I feel like, yeah, I think I can swing in with this. No way you're just like trying to block here. Oh, what? Okay, I think that's absolutely fine by me. So Mist Syndicate Naga, yeah, all of them die. Right, and this is not a legendary. Okay. Could have put the counter on it and then try. Maybe I was supposed to put the counters onto the Dauntless Survivor then? Yeah, because now I feel like I don't have a way of winning anymore. Yep, now they start multiplying again. Oh wow, whoa. Let's just hold on a second. If I get a creature that puts a counter on something off the top, I can still do it. Oh no, I can't. Wait, and then they still had the Westgate Regent, right? So, oh my god, I'm just so close to lethal here, right? Yeah, I'm just a bit off because I can just put counters on this, and now nothing can block basically except the Westgate Regent. Yeah, I'm dead. I can't block these. GG. That was the most value I've ever seen out of the Agadeem's Awakening. Yeah, I think the tipping point there was that I just didn't put the counters on the 8/8 when I had the chance. GG. We are ready to play against Alayla Artful Provocateur. What am I thinking of this hand? Not much, maybe? Maybe one opponent goes first, so maybe I'm supposed to keep the Ranger class, but just like the Death Touch commander is really annoying for us. Just puts a bunch of 1/1s onto the field. Guess I keep this. Okay. Snow Covered Forest, go. Yep. Need to play a Guardian Gladewalker. And the problem is the counter spell that is inevitably coming down here. Land, pass turn. Giant Ox. What a gangster card. Wow. No attacks. Can't actually just swing in and like Can't connect. Vanishing Light on my commander, I assume. That would be fine. Sure. Put it back into the command zone. They haven't drawn their land for turn yet, so that kind of gives me a bit of hope. If I top deck a land next turn, I have 3 modified creatures swinging in. If I don't, I can't. Blessing of Frost, I guess. Oh, they drew a tap land. Unlucky. Let's see. So this is a Layla vehicles. Trying out new and fancy stuff, I assume. Let's get this countered. Oh well. Oh. I'm surprised. Pleasantly. Okay. Do I get to actually crash in here? No way, right? They have a removal spell, I think, and they're not sure what to use it on yet. Right? Bankbuster versus Kodama. I mean, knowing my hand, I would take the Kodama. Because if I just ramp, I can draw cards with Blessing, I can drop the Kogla. Suit up. Ooh. Okay. So we get to still ramp 2. So that is absolutely fine, I think. Okay. Now that I'm at 7 mana, I feel a bit more comfortable. So, is one of these a human? Yes, this is a human. Okay, goodbye Kodama, it was nice knowing you. But the Kogla will take care of the Giant Ox. Can swing it for 4 and... yeah, then later on I will just swing in, kill their Sky Sovereign. Oh well. Do I trade the Kogla for this? They have removal. I'm in so much trouble. If they don't, I'm in a pretty decent position. Oh my god. The thing is, for them to actually attack with the Sky Sovereign, they need to play a creature and actually swing in. Man, I really don't want them to have removal here. It's removal on a creature! It's removal on a creature. Oh my god. That's so bad for us. That is so unbelievably bad for us. We are so dead. Oh no. I mean, I had the play to do it, but I just didn't think that, you know, that would happen. Rishkarpima. Renegade, put counters on things. Blessings or Blessing of Frost, sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Yeah. Seems good. Draw a bunch of cards. I get to kill the Gearhulk? Yep. Huh. That worked out quite well, honestly. Yeah. Elder Gargroth is also a pain for them to deal with as soon as I get a counter on it. Right on, as if it was a 6/6, then it's like, okay, sure, like we trade, but If this is a 7/7, then that's a whole different story. And if it's an 8/8, it can't even get blocked by all of the Storm Giants. Is that actually better than just keeping up a Hall of the Storm Giants? They must have something else in hand, right? Oh. Please don't do that, the opponent. Minus on the Gladewalker? Yep. Seems so. Okay, okay. I can just make a super whiteboard with this. Can return... Like, the usual purpose of this is just to proliferate a ton, right? But... what can I do here? I think I'm still just supposed to... I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do. It's like everything is a bit too awkward. If I have one additional land guard growth plus 4, plus a 4 for Ugin's Conjure would be nice. I make 3. Oh my god. This is a bit too brain melting here. So I kind of want the Kogla back. Then Blessing, Grishkar. Interesting. Very interesting. I have 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. This Smurf here. I don't want to create a bunch of 2/2s as well. 3 to be precise. And then return one thing. Because they can swing in, block with this, but I still get to kill the fairy. But then they can... Let's try this, and I get back the Kogla because it has a high amount of value on its own. And I'm going to play this Ugin's Conjure for 1. I really want to get rid of this Teferi Hero of Dominaria. But now their Search for Azcanta is live. This was really troublesome for us. Okay, they cannot keep their Teferi alive here, I think. Unless they get a board wipe. That would be extremely unfortunate for us. Okay. Activate Hold and Sky Sovereign crew, swing in. I think that's all fair. Kill a 2/2. Okay, sure. So Teferi dies here, right? Yeah, but they get to activate Search for Azcanta again if they if they untap it and another blue land, right? They actually did. Bad lads. 1 mana. I really want to save this for double spell play, so I'm just going to Kogla. Very interesting. I could have also, like, if I assumed they had like double kill spells somehow, then I could have just buffed this Ugin's Contract and also go at the Teferi, but I think this is a pretty good play here. Azcanta, what do you get? What do you get? Kind of dying in the air right now. Okay, that's a Bloodjuice Thirst. You know, it is a citizen, but somehow not a human. That is pretty annoying, because otherwise I could just activate Kogla, right? Guardian Gladewalker was a human. Oh well. I assume they just play the commander here, right? Or do they swing in? Oh, they messed up. Because they had... Yeah, they totally messed up there. So maybe that's our opening? Who knows? Okay, let's make a big loyal boy. So Mogu, Gladewalker, counters on him, swing in, and end the turn. This Alayla is pretty annoying. Just Death Touch lifelink. Yep, Death Touch lifelink. Okiba Reckoner Raid. Oh yeah. They can swing with the Sky Sovereign. I mean, the big play there was like the thing that basically defined this whole match was the Primal Might sacrificing my Kogla. Right, like I had a choice there. It's basically a toss-up, and I flipped the coin and I lost. But tell me what you would have done there. Although not all is completely lost, right? So let's Elgarroth. That is a mighty blocker for the Sky Sovereign. What are you going to do, opponent? Stop doing things. Yeah, and that is game. GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And Kodama of the West Tree is certainly an interesting take on the whole, in this case, +1/+1 counter theme. But really, you don't have to build them this way. Because at the end of the day, modified can also mean auras or equipments. I just felt like I wanted to play towards the strength of the card, where you drop him and immediately swing with 2 creatures. That is like my idea here. It didn't work out too well, as you saw in the gameplay, but I think that is still a pretty fun space to explore. Again, you can build him. I've seen some people build him as a Voltron commander. The problem with that is, like, something like a Riz is probably better because it's 1 mana versus 3. You have access to an additional color. Like, Voltron really wants to have cheap commanders, or at least expensive ones that can protect themselves. So something like a Toski would be a better mono green Voltron commander, I think. So I'm not entirely sure what to do of Kodama of the West Tree in the end of the day. So if you want to build this deck on a budget though, what can you cut? What do you need? And like, looking at this, why is this so expensive? This is certainly a deck that is not that powerful and requires a lot of expensive cards. Again, lands, you're a monocolor, you can just basically replace all the lands with basics. And then, like, you kind of, so my idea here was, right, these Hydras like have 2 purposes, right? You can play them on turn 2 and then swing in on turn 3, or once you have all your mana, you can just play them as big threats. And yeah, that is cool and all, but like, again, I'm not even sure if this is the way you should build them. But I mean, that is just the direction I took with him. So yeah, Ozolith is pretty darn good. A Shaper Sanctuary and then the Hardened Scales. Basically, anything that you literally drop on turn 1 is great in this deck because you do not have a lot of turn 1 plays. With the turn 2s, you have a lot of freedom because there are a lot of things that you can actually drop on turn 2, and they are all quite interchangeable. So just like, make your pick and cut what you want. If you craft something, I would craft cards like Once Upon a Time, Ranger class, something that, or like, you know, Heroic Intervention, something that you will use in other green creature decks, or like in general in green decks. So yeah. In the 3-drop slot, we have a bunch of synergistic cards, and then Yorvo, who's just big, bad, and dumb, as they say. Yeah, but like, these are pretty synergistic with the deck, so like, if you just enjoy the +1/+1 counter theme in general, you should probably have most of these anyways. But otherwise, don't sweat it. I mean, and then we go into like something like Garden Project, Beast Whisper, Toski. You're never not happy to craft them. Eldegargroth, Vivian, like, we are getting into the more stable category, right? And honestly, that is what I would really recommend you to craft. If it says draw a card or like play from the top of the deck, those are the cards that you want to craft. Those are the cards that are like used in other decks from this deck as well, and those are also the cards that just keep you in the game and keep the cards flowing, right? Those are your priorities here. But I don't know if your priority is actually building this deck, because I feel like, for example, Toski does something very similar, and the payoff for Kodama of the Westry is not that massive, right, for the investment you put in. So it is an interesting card to build around for sure, but certainly not all Kamigawa commanders can be absolutely busted, right, like the ones I did earlier this week. But yeah, he was a pretty fun project to work on, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And I will see you in the next one.